Good evening, welcome to Ten-Tec Television. My name is Scott Robbins, W4PA. I am the Amateur Radio Product Manager for Ten-Tec Incorporated. And we are here on another evening in Sevierville. It is a Friday today. If you tuned in yesterday, Thursday, to see our presentation on the Model 1254, you saw our Windows-based PC crash in the middle of the presentation, and so we had to start over. We're starting over today rather than starting over yesterday. Today we are doing a look at the Model 1254 shortwave receiver kit. The 1254 is a dual conversion superhet, as you can see here. AM, single sideband and CW reception, 100 kilohertz to 30 megahertz. We will look at the receiver itself. We will look at how it works, and I'll show you what's in the box and what the owner's manual looks like. The receiver itself, as I said, is a dual conversion superhet. It has a digital readout. It has a 2.5 kilohertz step synthesizer. As you can see, I turn the knob. It tunes in 2.5 kilohertz steps in the slow mode. The clarifier knob that you see here is used for tuning in between steps. So essentially, you have general coverage. You're able to tune completely in between all the steps. Like, for example, see if I can find a CW signal here to listen to. It is usable in AM mode, single sideband, or CW, though there is not a separate CW mode on the rig. You put the rig in SSB mode to listen to CW. The controls are very basic. You can see mode, AM, or SSB. There are 15 user memories. The MW button shown here is used for memory write, to put a memory in. V/M is VFO to memory, meaning you can toggle back and forth between VFO mode or memory mode. And speed is the tuning speed of the receiver. You can see that we're doing 2.5 kilohertz steps, but obviously if you want to tune a very large portion of the HF spectrum, you would want to do that more quickly, and you can hit speed, and then you can see we're tuning in 100 kilohertz steps. I'll show you how the memory system works. For example, right now we're on VFO control, up 15 megahertz. To go to the memories, you press VM. For example, here is memory number 5, number 4, memory number 3. Oops, went the wrong way.
Milton Crabapple, everyone. Yes, he's the sheriff of Crabapple County, that is, and always a lot.
Lluvias y nieve van a azotar la península, sobre todo en la zona norte. Por ello, Protección Civil ha...
Okay, let's see. What I'm going to do now is, now that you've seen what the radio looks like from the outside, I'm going to show you what the kit itself looks like inside the box. Okay, so what I've done here is I've taken one of these out of stock from our stock room, and I'm going to cut it open with this X-Acto knife I have here. I think this is approximately where we were last night when the PC crashed. Okay. Opening the box, bubble wrap. On the top of the box, we have the manual, bags of parts. This looks like a front panel display board. Parts. This is a bigger bag with most of the components that go onto the board themselves. You can see a bunch of resistors here, capacitors, etc. Front panel, back panel, top clamshell, circuit board, bottom clamshell, speaker. These are interior chassis parts. This is the speaker mounting shelf and a couple of the side panels. And power cube. This is a 13.8 volt DC device. However, we give you a power cube so you can plug it into 110 volts AC. Okay, so you've seen that what that looks like. Let me show you what the manual looks like. We do this kind of Heathkit style, I suppose. You can see we do this in phases. We give you schematics for each phase. As you are, here's the parts list. As you are putting in each component, you have a checkbox, like you can see here, capacitors, resistors. Okay, you get to the end of a certain phase and you do a test. Like for example here, we're doing a test on audio amplifier. This is so you can assure that you have done the previous phase correctly before you go on to the next part, because you don't want to have to try to troubleshoot the whole thing later if you've made a mistake or something's done wrong or a soldering problem, etc. Okay, let's take a look actually inside the case of the radio so you can see what it looks like when it's done. The back panel, there's very little to. You can see here there are only two connectors. One is the power connector, that's the one where the black cable is plugged in. The other is the antenna connector. It is an RCA style phono connector, and what I have done here is built a very homebrew RCA to SO239 adapter so I could plug a coax fed antenna into it. The antenna we're using on this thing right now is a G5RV out in the front yard here at Ten-Tec. Okay, so I'll take the case off. I've already taken some of the case screws off. These little side pegs also. You can see this is the top view speaker, part of the circuit board. You take this off. Okay, here's the bottom view, and this is what it looks like all put together. There's probably about 200 components inside this receiver. It's not a particularly complicated kit to build, maybe not the kind of thing you want to try as a first-time kit building project, but if you can identify components and solder and follow directions, you should be able to successfully build this thing. Show you some of the components in here that we have. We've got, this is of course the main logic chip, the VCOs are back here. This is a ceramic filter. The filtering in this rig is not selectable. It actually has a fixed 4-pole Murata ceramic filter that you see here as well. Like I said, not a particularly complex piece of equipment to build. We sell these through our website and on the phone. They run $195. This has been a very popular kit for us over the years, and certainly if you get into trouble while you are actually building it, we have tech support available by telephone where we can help you get this thing together, troubleshoot by phone, etc. Hope you've enjoyed our presentation tonight on the 1254. My name is Scott Robbins. My call is W4PA, and I'm the Amateur Radio Product Manager for Ten-Tec. Should you have any questions about this or any other Ten-Tec product, please give us a call at 800-833-7373. Our email address is sales@tentec.com. Till next time on Ten-Tec TV, I'm Scott, W4PA 73.